Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Ogechi. Welcome to Everything Reactions with Ogechi. Today we are going to be checking out this video from Sky News Australia. It's titled Harry and Meghan's relationship face rumors of splitting amidst royal family distancing. I mean, when I saw this video I was like, this has to be a rumor because it's not a fact yet. I mean, yeah, it's a rumor, but let's check this out. I'm super excited to be checking this out. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn your post notification bell. Let's check this out together.
Joining me now is writer and broadcaster Esther Kraku. Esther, Harry's case against the Home Office is back in the courts. What's the update?
Yes, so Prince Harry's appeal to have his originally dismissed case against the Home Office to return his police protection, his state-funded police protection, has been approved. So he's now allowed to appeal it. This review was done by Lord Justice Bean, who said that there were two grounds where the prince had a plausible case of success. So the two grounds were mainly that REVEC, which is the committee in charge of security for royals and VIP people, that is basically an offshoot of the Home Office, may not have followed their own written policy. And the second was that the justice in charge of the original case may have erred by saying that Prince Harry wasn't comparable in status to other VIP members. Now, of course, time has passed since this case was originally filed, and the problem is the fact that Prince Harry has been able to return to the UK and has been able to stay at hotels and has been able to go out and about with his own private security. That might suggest that actually, because he can do that, the judge in charge of the original case was not actually faulty by saying you can't compare his status. That's like saying Prince William can stay at a hotel here in the UK with private security. Of course, he cannot do that. And so the status of working royals and members of the royal family that are actually active and about doing their duties cannot be compared to that of Prince Harry, who is primarily based in the US and who comes and goes as he pleases. Of course, there are many things that could potentially derail this case, mainly the fact that Prince Harry doesn't actually live in the UK. Him and his family are based in Montecito, and so you could argue that he's basically asking for police to be on standby when he and his family fancies a visit to the UK. What REVEC are arguing is not that they've removed that sort of right to police protection, but they will review it on a bespoke case-by-case basis, which basically suits they argue the Prince Harry's status currently in the UK, which is he comes and goes as he pleases. Therefore, the right to police protection should be reviewed on a case-by-case basis and not always be on standby. You know, that's going to cost the taxpayer money as well. And there are other people of comparable celebrity like the Beckhams that are not automatically entitled to police protection unless there's a significant threat to their life. We know that Salman Rushdie actually did get police protection about 15 years ago because he had a fatwa against him for his book. I think it was Satanic something. I can't remember. But he was one of the few people that was allowed police protection because the threat to his life was significant. Of course, the justice in charge of Prince Harry's case wasn't convinced that he warranted that automatically every single time him and his family visited the UK.
And still on the Sussexes, a report this week that Meghan has kind of moved on from the family drama, but Harry hasn't. And as you'd expect, it's his family. But what do you think that means for the Sussexes going forward?
I suspect there might be some sort of tension. Of course, I don't think Meghan is unsympathetic to Prince Harry. He spent his whole life as a working royal, and he was always in that fold. Britain is his home, and for him to leave it and only sort of come back sporadically, for his children to not be able to come and take part in what he considers a part of their heritage, I suppose is quite painful for him. And obviously, Meghan didn't grow up in the royal family. She doesn't have those deep ties. I believe that what wounded Prince Harry the most was having to give up his military titles and all the things that have come with his years of service as a working member of the royal family, but also as a soldier. Now, of course, Meghan is not known for having a stellar relationship with her broader family. I believe the only people and members of her family she still has any sort of significant relationship with are her mother and her cousin. On her father's side of the family, it's completely a non-starter. So you can somewhat understand that Meghan wouldn't have the same sort of feelings about sort of Harry's departure from the royal family more broadly and the UK and what that would do to him. I don't know the extent, and no one really knows the extent to which this has caused strain on their marriage. Of course, Prince Harry has been in the US for 4 years now. I know as a child it's not easy to move to a different country country, but as an adult, it's certainly not easy, particularly on behalf of your family, when you feel like you were forced out of a role that you seemingly loved. But the extent to which this has caused problems in their marriage, we don't yet know. There have been rumors that Meghan is probably not keen on returning to the UK for obvious reasons. She's not very well loved here by the majority of the public. But again, we don't know. This is all speculation. This might actually, the marriage might actually be a way for Harry to cope from his departure from Britain and the royal family more broadly. We don't know, but we can see how that would cause a strain.
I mean, definitely for someone like Harry, who was born and bred and buttered in the UK, in England, I mean, it is so difficult for him to actually move on from such. I mean, it's very easy for Meghan to move. I mean, she wasn't raised, she's not a born royal, right? But someone like Harry, I feel like it will be quite difficult for him to actually move past all of those. And yeah, it has to be a rumor. Like, there is no fact, there is no information yet. It's a rumor, you know, stating that it's causing some sort of strain in their marriage. We don't know how much, you know, we don't know. But I mean, it's just rumors. And yeah, what do you guys think about this? Do you guys think this will cause a major strain in their marriage? Do you guys think that, I mean, Harry will be okay at the end of the day? What do you guys think? Let's know this in the comment section. But let's continue the video.
And as a corollary to that, quite the statement from royal commentator Angela Levin that Harry's terrified that Meghan would leave him. I mean, no one wants to see a relationship split, and particularly when kids are involved. And what's your view on that comment?
I think that's not based in any sort
I mean, Harry will be definitely, I mean, he'll be, imagine when you have to leave your whole family, leave your family, forfeit your inheritance, and move to a different country, you know, with your wife, and then have a home. He'll be devastated. I mean, if it was you, how are you going to feel? This has to be a rumor, right? But I mean, Harry is going to lose a lot of things, because I mean, how would you feel if he gave up everything? He gave up virtually everything. Now people do not like him anymore because of the decisions he made, right? I mean, I do not blame him for such decisions, but people now, you know, do not really like him. People think, you know, he's gullible. People, I don't know, but he would be terrified if, I mean, Meghan is going to leave him. I mean, these are rumors. Nobody, you know, I mean, there is no. But anyway, let's just continue. But let's know your thoughts in the comment section below. But let's continue this.
any sort of reality. Again, like I said, we don't know any of this. We don't know the nature of their relationship. We don't know the dynamics.
Yeah, it's just
obviously
a
no
rumor.
one who's married with children wants to have a separation. It's quite traumatic for not only the couple but the children involved. There'll also be significant logistical hurdles.
For the kids.
Prince Harry has been fighting for years now to even get his armed protection back here in the UK so that he can feel safe bringing his family over. If they were to separate, what would happen? What would happen to his visa application? Would he stay in a different part of the US and commute to see his family? Would he move to the UK and hope to do some sort of transatlantic relationship? That's obviously not the ideal case for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So this is obviously just a rumor and it's based on Angela Levin's opinion, but we don't have any evidence of that just yet. So we'll just have to wait and see how things unfold.
And it's also been reported, and again this year, that the Sussexes haven't been invited to Trooping the Colour. Was that expected?
Yes, it was expected. They are no longer working members of the royal family. It's not surprising that they've not been invited to Trooping the Colour. Many people are still hoping that Princess Catherine, even though she's undergoing cancer treatment, will make an appearance. It's now unlikely, but you never know. The royal family can always pull surprises. We know that the king has really been trying to get back in his role as king, even though he's had to sort of step back, and they've made some adjustments with his appearance at Trooping the Colour to accommodate for the fact that he's still undergoing chemotherapy. To have the Sussexes anywhere near the royal family at this precarious time, when 3 members of the royal family have significant health issues, would not be a very wise thing to do. It's not surprising at all, and it's an invitation I suspect the Duke and Duchess of Sussex would reject, because they don't feel safe here in the UK, because, like I mentioned before, their automatic right to armed security has been removed. So there's even no point in making that invitation, when in all likelihood they would probably reject it.
And on to the King, and we understand the King will host the Japan state visit. There was a query at one stage whether he would be able to, given his health. What's planned and who'll be involved?
So the Emperor and Empress of Japan have been invited. This was actually supposed to take place. The state visit was supposed to take place in 2020. So it's been delayed for 4 years due to COVID. And the visit has been significantly amended. They actually land in the UK. They arrive in the UK on Monday. But the official state visit will happen on Tuesday. And that's because the Emperor and Empress want to go and visit their old college of Oxford University. And so they want to have some personal time here in the UK before they embark on these state duties. Obviously, this is very important. The timing is also quite unfortunate because there is a general election on July 4th. So the main political elements of the state visit have been removed. But we know that senior working members of the royal family will be out and about. Prince William will go to their hotel room to greet them once they arrive. The Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh as well will also be involved in the state visit activities. We know that the King is going to be quite involved, the King and the Queen. The King has actually visited Japan on numerous occasions while he was Prince of Wales. And so we know that he has deep ties to Japan and the Japanese royal family. So the state visit, as was originally planned, will probably go ahead in the exact same way that it's expected. State visits are very formulaic here in the UK, but obviously there will be political elements that will be removed to make it appropriate for the fact that there is an upcoming general election. And the King has also had to step back on certain duties because of the election.
Yeah, no, fair enough. And thank you so much for joining us, Esther Kraku. Excellent observations, as always.
I mean, yeah, that's really excellent, to be honest, that the King will be hosting the Japan states. Yeah, because there were so many stories that were covered in this particular video. Now, the last one that actually intrigued me was, Harry and Meghan not being invited to the Trooping of Colours. What could be the reason? Yeah, I agree that, Harry is no longer a working member of the royal family. And this is the second time in a row that he's not being invited. What could be the reason? And one of the reasons could be that, 3 members of the royal family are, battling, major significant health issues. And it's a kind of precarious time to get people around. But then, I don't think that is enough reason. What could be the reason? Like the major reason why they are not being invited to the Trooping of Colour. Second time in a row. Yeah, let's know what you think about that in the comment section. If you know the reason, please let us know in the comment section. Do well to like, share, subscribe, turn on post notification bell, and drop a comment. Even if you don't have anything to say, just say hello, I'm watching from so place, and that's okay. I'll see you in my next episode. Bye bye.